Hey, so fellow photographer Chad Balmer really liked this photo of mine, and I really appreciate that. And he had some questions about Lightroom Mobile. So this is where I started with. This is a JPEG straight out of my Fuji X-H2 with a film preset on it, which has some nice looks. I didn't have the raw file on here, but I wanted to edit it to look more client appropriate, so I'd get the colors right. And so I'm gonna show you a little bit about how I did that here on Lightroom Mobile. So let me get this in the frame. So we started with this. Let's pull up the edits that I made. We've got our basic color edits. Mostly I was pumping up the whites quite a bit because I really wanted that to pop. Everything else you can see is very subtle. The mega pump to magenta, going from that really green to something that's more appropriate. My objective was to make the lights in this room, as accurate as possible color-wise, while still retaining some of the look. Next, we've got some color grading, and I manipulated the purples and magentas quite a bit. We've got some drops in the sky, make the sky a little less blue. Drop in the aquas, a little change to the hue of the greens. There were some greens in the lights of these buildings that I didn't love. Slight drop in yellow saturation, little changes to orange, and I don't think there was that. Yeah, I guess I pumped the reds up and shifted them a little bit in that direction. Next up, for the most part, we did auto upright. I nailed it. I fucking nailed it. This is a handheld photo, by the way. So really happy that I got that right. And then we're on to the masks, which is where, the magic happens. Sky. On the sky, I dropped the exposure on the sky a little bit. It was too bright for my taste. Little bit of shift in color on the sky. A little bit more masking some of the colors and light. Let's see, yeah, this was just the corners up there were a bit too bright. This is a luminance mask, so it's affecting this. This was my main area of concern. I did not want that area to be too blown out, which it was at first. Here's another manually brushed mask to control some of the light levels in those areas. Again, exposure down. So if we look down there at the entrance area, you see how it's really bright. I dropped that way down because this is what I like in a photo. I do not like areas that are illuminated to be too bright. I want to see detail in every area where the light is shining. And then some gradients to focus the eye in towards the center of the image. A radial gradient to add a vignette to the photo. And so that's just barely there. And then this is a color range mask, I think. So this is where there were a little bit of magenta tinting over here that I didn't really love. And so tiny changes to the color is what I did. I think that's the only thing that I did there. So yeah, really subtle changes that maybe nobody would ever notice, but it was bugging me. So I did it. So there, you can see all the masks that I put on, and it might be better if I had walked you through how I did these things. You can see the similarities to using the Lightroom on a computer, the full version of Lightroom, but I got most of what I needed here. You've got luminance range and color range. Those are really powerful. These brushes are all straightforward. Select sky is what I used. So I used all of those. The newer AI selection tools like Select Object, I like that a lot on the computer version, but it's not here. So too bad. Oh, and I did a bit of removing. There is an AI remove tool right here, and so I removed a little light down here. I don't know if I can, I'll just go to the other version. Yeah, so I took out this light right here, and all you do is kind of brush on that, and it goes away, and we'll do that. We'll apply this version, and then I'll brush these out real quick. Unfortunately, it cost me the lights on that car, but I didn't fret about that too much. Come on. And then this thing was kind of annoying to remove, and so something like that. And I could have fiddled with getting that light to be the way that I want it, but it wasn't that serious because the photo is not a photo of that car. It's about this. But you can tell it's a little smudgy now. Now that you see it, now that you know. Not my favorite, but if a client was paying me $500 for this photo, you're damn right that would have been right. But this was a personal project. That's all the time I got. I got to hop on a meeting. I'll show you the before and after, and I'll show you the little Lightroom thing. So this is a great feature in Lightroom Mobile. I don't know, but if the other one has it, create, edit, replay. And maybe I'll just play that right now. Oh, and now I am late for my meeting. Here it is. That's pretty cool, huh? So thanks for watching. Let me know if you got any questions. The iPad and the Lightroom app on the iPad, phenomenal. Looking at your photos on the iPad, phenomenal. Editing them with this pencil, getting to draw on them, amazing. So highly, highly recommend the iPad Pro and an Apple Pencil if you're a photographer. It's, yeah, I can edit on a computer all day, but I can't do it right here and be comfy and have a lot of fun and feel like I'm holding this photo in my hands and touching it, and oh man, what a different experience. I'm gonna try out Affinity Photo and see if I can do some of my photoshopping on here, because that's gonna be the next unlock, is if I can do more, like if I can do my full architectural photography workflow on here, oh man, that'd be great. We'll see. Okay, that's all I got time for. I'll see you later.